Perfect.
Yay.
We got it. So, Jackie, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing good as well. I mean, what better way to finish an epic evening with an epic guest?
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, thank you so much for being here. It is so awesome and amazing. So, before we start, I have to give you a proper badass welcome. So, if you have seen some of my episodes before, you know exactly what I'm about to do. If not, that's fine. Let me show you. There you go.
I love that. Oh, yes. Thank you.
It's amazing. I know. I mean, we're just starting here. It's a small operation, but we're growing,
Yes. It's all you can do. That's great. I love that.
Perfect. So starting right now with the whole interview, tell me how your acting career started.
How it started. That's such a crazy question to answer. And I feel like so many actors have this like, here's my aha moment. But for me, can I curse on here? By the way? Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I like have all these moments where I look back and I'm like, I should have known. Like the first time that I had one of those moments, when I look back, I can pinpoint it. I was 3 years old. And my family, it's like I have a bunch of siblings, and a bunch of stuff was happening one evening, and I'm a middle child, so no one was paying attention to me. And I was trying to declare what I wanted to do with my life, and no one was paying attention to me. And so I got up on the table. I was 3, so I was very small. Crawled up on the table and just screamed at the top of my lungs, I want to be a damn princess who lives in a castle and shit. And I look back on that and I'm like, yeah, I should have known that I wanted to perform. Like that right there. Oh my gosh. It's also very embarrassing to think about. But I also have just always loved performing. When I was in high school, I started my debate forensics and oral interp teams. Yeah. And that was my first dose of, okay, I can create something, I can emote and do certain things that I wasn't used to doing. And then I found theater and just fell in love. My senior year, I was in my first musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And I was like, people can do this for a living. I was a senior, so I was thinking about the future. And so I went to school for musical theater. And I loved it. I gave my heart and soul to it. But even there, I had professors that have now told me, yeah, we knew you were going to go into film. I still didn't know. And one of those other moments that I had my senior year of college, I wrote for a theater theory paper. I wrote a thesis. It was such a long thesis paper on gender roles and feminist theory in X-Men Days of Future Past, the movie versus the animated show versus the comics. And so I loved film and I loved dissecting it. And then I went on tour for a children's improv show for a year. And that was the first time I was by myself thinking about these things. What am I doing after I get off of tour? And I realized that it was film. It was always film. It was always it. I always performing. But then I immediately booked a flight to Los Angeles. I'd never been. I needed to see if I could live here, if I liked it. And since then I've been here. I've been doing it.
Such an epic story. I mean, and it all comes down for I want to be a damn princess.
Yeah.
There you go.
It does.
There you go. That's badass.
Thank you.
Yeah. How cool is that? And so in 2019, you were in Serendipity brands happy birthday to me. Tell me, was that like your first, let's say, like project? And like in general, like what are some of the things that you learned from those first experiences?
Totally. So that was not my first project, but it was my first commercial that I've ever done. I had moved to LA less than a year prior, around the point that I filmed Serendipity ice cream commercial.
Okay.
I was almost at a year point, but within that year, I had also I didn't have a reel when I came out here, so I did a lot of student films, and I did some web series, some friends web series and things like that, just to build up my reel. But the ice cream commercial was my first bigger project. Yeah. And I learned so much from that commercial. It was also just so fun because we were filming at Griffith Park at 10 a.m. and I was shoveling ice cream in my face. And who doesn't want to eat ice cream for breakfast? Totally. Yeah, it was fun.
Totally. So that same year you were in America's Court with Judge Ross. Tell me about that project, but also about your character.
Yeah, so I was in that one. I think we filmed that shortly after. It was later that month. And that one was a lot of fun because I had no idea how courtroom shows actually work.
Yeah.
It was my first dose of improv out here. Was taking classes. I was taking an on-camera class at that point. And I had not taken an improv class yet out here in LA. And they took me, and then there was a guy, and then there was like the judge and like the background and whatnot. But they basically gave us a real court case, and they were like, "Okay, here's your premise. You've got to improv it." And yeah, that was fun to just do that. And we also ended up learning what the actual court case verdict was, which was nothing like how we improv'd it. We were like playing an ex-couple, so we were dating and we went on a camping trip, and we got in a fight when on the camping trip. So I the character had just left some food out, and bears got all of the camping gear and like ruined it. And so he was suing me for damage. But yeah, so I was able to sweet talk not paying as much money for that one. That is not what really happened in the actual court case. So.
Yeah. That is so cool. And tell me, like, what are some of the things or technique, let's say, that you use in order to prepare and play a character?
It really depends. First and foremost, I do like to take off. If I know I'm going to be on set, I take off work the night before, and I drink a lot of water. And I know that's such a basic thing to recommend, but I drink a lot of water the morning of and the day before, because it does really help your skin and your eyes. It's the eyes thing for on camera in particular. Is if you're dehydrated, your eyes will show it, and you will look way more tired than you feel. So I make sure to drink a lot of water. I make sure that I'm well fed the night before, so I'm not going to set just so hungry and malnourished. Let's see. I also ask a lot of questions and do my research. I definitely, if I have a character who is into conspiracy theories or something, then I'll research things that I think they're going to be into, to just kind of get little doses of like, okay, who is this person that I'm playing? What would they like? What wouldn't they like? Just to help me paint a clearer picture for what the director and writer wants for this project.
Okay. And what would you say it's a key aspect for storytelling?
A good script. And that can make or break anything. A good actor can make a bad script okay, but bad actors cannot ruin a good script. I firmly believe that. There are TV shows that we say are like, oh, they're so bad, but I love it. That is the writing at work, like writing that line. But yeah, I definitely think that is a key. The writing is a key element of storytelling, and as an actor, you have to just fulfill those words and fulfill like what the writer and director, who is more equipped, what they want.
Okay. Okay. And so in 2020 you were in Murdered by Morning. Tell me about that show, and about your character as well.
Yeah, Murdered by Morning is a crime scene reenactment show. They are still ongoing, actually. I see casting calls for them quite a bit. But yeah, so that one was a lot of fun because I got to play the victim's best friend. So basically, the girl that played the victim and myself, we gotta just like eat snacks in front of a guy playing a guitar and gotta swim in a pool and things like that, while the real people, obviously not the victim, but like the person who I was playing, her voice dubbed over, or someone else's voice would dub over, retelling this story that had happened. And Murdered by Morning is cool because they are taking these crazy murder cases that you just don't hear about and don't know about, and retelling them in a way that, well, mass audiences can see and relate to and enjoy. Yeah.
Okay. And this year you were in the housewarming, His Ex-Girlfriend and Sherry's Alexander Change Can Start With Me. Tell me also about the projects, and also like what are some of the things that you enjoy while the making of them?
Yeah, so let's see. I have to go to the list. The Housewarming and His Ex-Girlfriend were both short films produced by Jay Shetty, and those were really fun. That crew is amazing to work with. Those projects were just so fun. In particular, I did those back to back on the same day. So it was just constant shooting with that one, with those two. And the people that I met on those, I'm still friends with today. Like, we hang out. I love making friends on set is just such a nice experience. But yeah, and then A Change Can Start With Me is actually a music video that has done really well in the festival circuit. I'm like still seeing that it's won all of these fun awards, and that was a project that I knew I really wanted to be a part of, and was very happy when I got cast, because it was inspired by the hate of the world and just being so rooted and grounded in kindness, and how universally as people we are just people. And I thought that it was just such a beautiful message that I was just so happy to have been cast in that. But yeah, those getting to know the people on those sets in particular was such a pleasurable experience. I'm very honored to have done those. And there's a couple other things that I've done this year that just haven't been released on IMDb yet. And I'm always pushing for that to happen, but it takes time.
Absolutely. And like, from all of your different performances at the moment, which one has been like the deepest learning curve? I mean, like the one you learned the most lessons from.
I was in recently, it was a few months back, I was in a short film called The Interview. And yeah, that hasn't been released yet, but I am playing in that one, and this isn't a spoiler, but I am playing a real ghost. But it's not like how we would imagine a spooky ghost. It was a real grounded character, and that brought some challenges because, first off, I usually don't play grounded roles. I get cast in a lot of comedy, and I play a lot of kind of flighty, airy roles. And this one was definitely more grounded despite being a ghost. And so I had to find that challenge of being grounded while also being ethereal. And yeah, that was a fun challenge. Very fun challenge. It was a challenge, but it was fun in the end.
Absolutely. And tell me, like, how you like how you usually break character to return to be yourself.
That can be tough sometimes. It really depends on the character. If it's light, which most of the characters in film I have played have been very light-hearted characters, I can easily step out of it. But if it is a little more intense, I do allow myself to excuse myself and go somewhere safe. Whether that's me going straight home and being in my safe space, or if I like get out of a really intense scene, it's okay to like excuse yourself and compose yourself, whether in a dressing room or in a bathroom, just somewhere safe. Whether that's me letting more of my emotions out, just as long as, you know, I don't repress it and keep it inside, then that's the good thing. But yeah, you learn to listen to what you and your body need.
Okay. Now tell me, like, what motivates you? I mean, we all have those days, right, in which we want to throw everything and we want to change careers or do something else. I mean, we all have those moments, right? So like I wonder, like, what gets you out of this toxic bubble, let's say, and to be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna continue to do the thing that I love the most.
Yeah, that's tough sometimes. That's a tough question to answer. And I was just talking about that very subject earlier today, because sometimes it can be really hard. And I think people not in the industry, they just don't realize how hard it can be. Or they're just like, just change careers, just do something else. But I have never been more sure of anything in my life than what I'm doing now. And I think that's what motivates me more than anything. Knowing that I am on the right path, even though it is so hard sometimes, because it is. And realizing that this is a hard marathon, but that's what it is, a marathon. And if I've dedicated my life to running it, then that's what I'm going to do. Even if that means that there will be hard times.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you could describe your career at the moment on a movie, TV show, or even a book, what would be the title of it?
Do I have to choose a book or a TV show or a movie title that already exists, or can I just make one up?
Let's go for both.
Okay. One that I just made up was probably Rise and Grind, because that's what I feel like my life has to be. I have to like make my own momentum. And I have to like figure out how to do that while also living my life, doing different jobs while doing this, while also submitting, while also going to class, while also checking in with my reps. Like there's a lot that you've got to get done in one day if you want to succeed in this industry. And so yeah, Rise and Grind, I think, would be one that I just made up now. And then I'm trying to think of a name of a movie. Let's see, or a book. You know, I see on my book, I'm looking at my bookshelf right now, and honestly, Egghead feels appropriate, because sometimes that's what I feel like doing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. And if you could describe your career again, but this time on a drink, which one would you pick? I
don't even like this drink that I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say a spicy margarita. Because I love margaritas, I just can't handle the spice. But my career right now is definitely a spicy margarita, because it has hard to take moments, and that's the spice in the margarita. Maybe tequila. I don't know if people are tequila fans or not, but that can be hard to take. But ultimately, it's a fun time, just like a spicy margarita. And just like spicy margaritas, it has definitely had me on the floor more than once.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's badass. And plus, when you finish that one, you want another one.
Yeah, exactly. You always come back for more until you don't.
Yeah, until you just can't. Yeah, until you just can't anymore.
Yeah, until you just can't.
So awesome. So awesome. And what can we expect from you in the future?
So many fun things. So you can expect, I'm actually a voice actor on a podcast called Warlock.
Okay, cool.
And we just released our 3rd episode a week ago, and you can expect more of that. I also do help write with that show, and that's just been such a pleasurable experience. I've loved my journey with voice acting, which started this year and has only blossomed since. So yeah, you can expect more episodes of Warlock. You can expect, I also am a comedian. You can expect more comedy shows. Another thing I started this year. And you can expect more listings on IMDb to be updated soon. More projects that I am in being released. I'm in a few projects that are going to be on this upcoming festival circuit that I'm really excited about. And hopefully there's even more exciting things very soon.
Totally. That is amazing. That's amazing, Jackie. I mean, what can I say? Your career is badass. I mean, your story is so cool, so funny, but so inspiring as well. You know, I think it is really funny whenever like you have this moment in which you know what you want to do in life, right? And that you can't see yourself doing anything else. And I think when that happens, you are definitely on the right path, you know?
Totally. Yeah.
It is so cool. And I can't wait to see more of your awesome work. I'm super sure that eventually we're going to see you everywhere. I mean, we're going to see you on movies, TV shows, commercials, video games, why not, books as well. I mean, we're going to see you everywhere at some point. And then when that happens, I'm going to say, I knew it.
Yes, I love that. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet.
So keep rocking, keep spreading this awesomeness vibe you have. Make sure that, you rock here and keep pushing it. As I said here, you're inspiring people, and I think that is really cool because you are showing everybody here that dreams come true, you know, and it only takes one thing to make you feel that you are on the right path, you know.
Totally. Yes.
Perfect. Also, I want to thank those who are watching. If you are watching this later on YouTube or listening later on Spotify or Apple Music, make sure that you're following Jackie in all the social media. Normally, what I would say for you to put pause, then hydrate, leave a like, subscribe, follow, then go follow Jackie, leave a million likes, spread content. I mean, let's let the world know this amazing, talented, super badass actress. And also, if it is your birthday, happy birthday. If you're having a good day, keep having it. And again, Jackie, thank you so much. Before I send you off, you know the drill. I have to send you off properly. So.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Amazing.
Keep rocking, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.